Hello class. Welcome to Study Wave Academy, where education is without limits. We are continuing to focus on what civic education is and what it entails. We've looked at orderliness, what orderliness entails, and let's continue digging deep to understanding what civic education is. Now, here we're going to look at some important aspect, and now we're going to look at examples of examples of items and how to clean and take care of these items. We are going to look at these examples and how to clean these items and how to take care of these items. Okay, now let's look at the first items. Clothes. These are clothes. So the first item is clothes. So how do we take care of it and how do we clean it? So follow care labels, wash and dry them properly, mend small tears or loose buttons properly. For example, you have this cloth and it's a leather cloth. They have instructions, of course. They tell you how to clean it. So as a keen person, you need to follow these instructions so that you can't spoil this cloth. Again, when you're washing, dry it properly. If you need to iron it properly. Okay, then if you see small holes or some loose buttons, take it to the tailor so that they can mend it. This is one way of taking care of this item that you value. Another item is shoes. Okay, shoes. Clean and polish them regularly. Store them properly to maintain their shape. You have your school shoes. Okay, when you're out from school, make sure you polish your shoes, clean your shoes well, and then store them in a place where they are neat and where you can see them so that people cannot step on them. So when you wake up for school, you are ready to wear them and go to school. So this is one way of maintaining them and keeping them in shape. Another thing is electronics. Some of us may have phones or earphones, headphones, anything. Okay, so you want to keep this electronic for a long time. So what do? This electronic, you keep them dust free. Update software and replace batteries as needed. So for example, you have a phone or a laptop or somewhere you love playing your games, so you want to avoid dust from getting in into these machines so that you avoid them from getting spoiled. Okay, so what do? You avoid placing them where they will get dirty or be attracted to dust. We have furniture too. Dust and clean regularly, repair loose joints, and use coasters to protect surfaces. So for example, at your places or your homes, when you see your couches or your furniture is not or is torn somewhere, tell your parent to repair it. This will help you use this furniture for a long time. We have another example is the kitchen appliances. Okay, the kitchen appliances. Follow manufacturer's instruction for cleaning and maintenance. So when you're about a knife, I was talking about a knife, there's a way to maintain it. For example, taking it to someone who can sharpen it. So when you sharpen it, you'll be able to use this knife for a long time. Okay, so this is one way of maintaining kitchen appliances. Your vehicle or your school vehicle or your home vehicle or home car, there's a way of maintaining it. So regularly change oil and filter, check tires for pressure, and keep the vehicle clean. So sometimes you see your dad washing the car or your mother or your brother, go help them do it because they're just trying to maintain it and they want to keep using the car and maintain the car clean and use for a long time. Okay, class? I will give some few examples before I move to the next topic, and these are garden tools. If you have a garden at home, you want to clean it, clean and oil metal parts and prevent rust. Sharpen these sharp objects that you need in the garden. For example, you have an axe or something. You want to grease them so that you can prevent them from losing their value. You want to sharpen them so that they can continue performing their work well. Jewelry is another item. Clean and store jewelry properly to prevent tarnishing or damage. You're given a certain necklace with your aunt or a beautiful jewelry. To maintain this jewelry, you need to clean it, store it properly. If you're wearing it and you want to go shower, remove it. If you feel like if you're told not to shower with it, remove it, go shower, then come back, do it. Some people will shower with their jewelry and it will start tarnishing and it will damage it. Okay, books and documents, store them in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight and prevent deterioration. For example, your books. how do you maintain them so that you can keep using them? And even if the book is over or you finish using the book, you will need the notes to refer to and come back, read the notes. So what do? You keep them in a cool place, a dry place where there's no sunshine that will make the covers so hard, or water that may spoil the book. Okay, so class, these are just some few activities that I've some few items that I've looked at that will help you understand how to clean and take care of your items. Now, creating a daily routine. Let's talk about creating a daily routine. We are mainly talk about orderliness. Okay, we talked about orderliness, and now how to maintain orderliness is by creating a daily routine. So what is a routine? What is a routine, class? So I want you to think of it, think of what a routine might mean, what it might entail, and after this we're going to discuss what's a routine and how to even come up with a routine. Okay, so a routine is just a regular and constant activities or tasks that you follow in a particular order. So they help you establish a structure in organizing your daily life. So it's just some tasks or activities that you need to do, and then you arrange them according to what you need to do first and what you need to do last. So this is a routine, class. That is simple. It's just a routine. Now we're going to focus on how to create and implement a daily routine. So how do you create a routine and how do you implement a routine? So let's look at first creating and implementing. Okay, so we create it first, how to create and how to implement it. So one way of creating a routine is identify goals and priorities. So for example, in a day, you just identify what you need to do. So one, maybe you need to revise, maybe you have an exam, you need to read for your exam, prepare for the exam. And then what else do you need to do? You need to visit your friend and also play. As a student, you need to play too. So this is, you have identified your goals. Okay, then now priorities. Which one should you do first? For example, you want to study first, and then maybe after studying, go eat. After eating, go play. After playing, come back, watch a movie that you like, or a certain animation that you like, or a cartoon that you like. So you're trying to prioritize or put events that will come first. After doing this, so this is how you create a routine. You identify the goal first. So you determine what areas your life you need more orderliness in. So this could include your morning routine, work routine, cleaning routine. But as students, we're going to talk about our learning routine or our school routine. And then you set goals for each routine. For example, if you want to create a morning routine, your goal must be to start the day with energy and focus. Okay, so this one, you have to identify your goals so that you can create a routine. Another way of we're looking at how to create and implement a routine. Another way of creating a routine is to start simple. So don't just wake up and say, I'm going to my friend to study. No, don't do that. Or just don't leave up after school. You're like, I'm going to do this, or you just jump into conclusion. Start simple. So begin with basic routine. You can start with something like, you want to take a nap first from school because you're tired. Then you wake up, eat something, then read a little bit, then watch your movie. Or after school, you want to play a little. After playing, go to shower. After shower, take your books and read. So just start with simple, and then after you start, you focus on that single routine before adding more and more routines. So you'd say, every day after school, I will be playing. After playing, I shower and then eat and then revise. So you focus on that routine and avoid adding a lot of other routines in it. Another way is to establish a time frame. For example, you say, after school, from school to this time I'll be playing, then from this time to this time maybe shower and eat, then from this time to this time do my revision. So allocate each activity with the time. Okay, class, so you want to know what time you're doing an activity and for how long you're doing this activity. Okay, another way is to list the steps. So you break down your routine. I've even talked about this in the other thing that I was talking about, how you want to break your routine. When you're breaking your routine, it eases, or it makes you do them, or make sure you do everything at a time. So you don't want to just wake up and do everything at once. You want to break down your routine so that you can you cannot miss out on important things that you're supposed to do. So you break down each routine into specific tasks. For instance, a morning routine might include waking up, brushing your teeth, showering, getting dressed, having breakfast, and so on. So this is just a morning routine, and you want to focus on this first because you want to maintain your focus. So you don't want to mix things up. So you just list the steps in a systematic manner, write down the steps in order, and then plan to complete them. Another way is to create a visual or write a plan. So after you have these steps in mind, these steps here, you wake up, brush your teeth, shower, get dressed, have breakfast, and then maybe go to school. So you don't want to keep it in your mind alone. So you want to visualize it. You want to keep it practical. So you write it down. You document this routine down and maybe have a checklist. So once you wake up, you tick. Once you brush your teeth, you tick. After this, you dress, you shower, dress up, you tick on that. So it helps you have a checkup. So the visual representation will help you stay organized and accountable for every time you spend or everything you've done. Another thing you should do is stick to your routine. Stick to your routine. Commit to your routine. If you've decided it's a specific way you're doing things, stick to it, commit to it, give time to it. So initially it may take an effort, it may be hard, it may be look impossible and hard sometimes, but you have to stick to this routine, and this will help you. With time you will automate it, and it will be within you. You'll be able to do it without even being told, because it will be part of you. Okay, so you stick to your routine, and then adjust as needed. So sometimes you might find things that might come that need your attention. For example, you're used to waking up, brushing your teeth, showering, then eating breakfast, going to school, but this time you wake up and there's an emergency. So how do you adjust? So your routine must be one that will enable you adjust when needed, adjust to emergencies when needed. Maybe you wake up and that day it's not a school day, and you just want to do a little revision before you have your breakfast, or just an emergency or anything. So your routine must be adjustable. Okay, class? Another one is celebrate small wins. Like, for example, you wake up and realize you've done everything the way you wanted to do. Celebrate, acknowledge it, be happy because you have been successful. You've done what you wanted to do. Okay, so always just be grateful and just be happy for the things that you've achieved, or for the things that you've the small steps that you've taken to achieve a specific task. Another way is stay patient and persist. It takes time to establish new routines, and you might face setbacks. Don't be discouraged. Okay, so don't be discouraged when you feel like no, I can't continue, or no, I'm tired. Don't do that. Take it by heart. Take it everything that you feel, will just tell yourself you'll be okay, and then seek accountability. What do I mean? Share your routine and goals with your friends or family members, because they can help you hold accountable and provide support. For example, you tell your mom, hey mom, when I leave school I want to shower, eat, go play, then play for this minute, then come back and study. So your mom will help you, and she will even remind you. So remember to do this, class. It's very important. So I hope you understand everything we've been discussing on what civic education is and all that it entails. These small talks and these examples will help you analyze and understand what we really mean. So as we end up, I would like to have an activity where I'd want you to reflect on one aspect of your life where you can apply principle of orderliness and organization, whether it's your room, schoolwork, or personal routine. So just reflect on any aspect where you've ever applied orderliness in your life, in your room, schoolwork, or any of that, and then create another activity. Create a routine that you will abide with, maybe just for a week. For this week, say you want to do this, this, and this. So create that routine, okay? And then write down the goals. What do you want to achieve after a day or a week? So write your goals down. So if it's your bedroom, your goal might be to organize your closet. So write this down, okay? And then if it's your study space, your goal might be create a daily study routine. So class, and this is our second activity where you create an action plan, okay? Where you create a steps on how you want to achieve. So I want you to do these activities, and work on them slowly and just feel free to ask questions. Thank you so